class and how great it's been, Harold Fennekin Jr. and many others. Shedeur Sanders is the only rookie coming out of Cleveland with this set honor. Now, just like I stated, Shedeur Sanders has spoken to the media, and he's spoken about making his Pro Bowl. He said, "Thank you, God. I'm beyond excited and extremely grateful for all of the love and the support from the coaches, players, and fans." Shedeur Sanders went on to state, "This wouldn't be possible without the support behind me. Still plenty of work to do."
Kevin Stefanski sabotaged Shedeur Sanders from day one. Ultra-conservative calls, no leash, zero faith. System built to hide mistakes, not grow talent. Shedeur thrives on big shots, downfield attacks, but Stefanski coached scared, deflecting blame. Receivers, Jerry Jeudy, no game changer, no separation, no tilt. Amari Cooper, unstable. Chaos killed confidence. Fix the foundation. Revamp that leaky O-line. Draft premium protection. Snag a stud wideout. Aggressive free agency. Offensive-minded coach to unleash him. Do it right and watch. Will the Browns finally escape QB hell?
Kevin Stefanski is reportedly shocked after Shedeur Sanders just made NFL history as the first Browns rookie quarterback ever to be selected to the Pro Bowl, and what Shedeur said in his first statement about thanking God and the fans has Cleveland fans wondering if this proves Kevin wasted a generational talent all season long. Jonathan Liquid broke the news saying, "The moment we all have been waiting for has happened. Shedeur Sanders has broken his silence about making this year's Pro Bowl, and the Browns released an official statement confirming that Shedeur is only the 8th Browns QB in franchise history to make the Pro Bowl, joining legends like Otto Bram and Bernie Kosar." But here's the twist that has everyone talking. Shedeur is currently overseas in Paris with his brother doing modeling for Louis Vuitton, while Kevin Stefanski is in Atlanta starting a new job. And the timing of this Pro Bowl selection might be the ultimate "I told you so" moment that exposes everything that went wrong in Cleveland.
Work to do. Now, Shedeur Sanders is also the first Browns quarterback to be named to the Pro Bowl since Derek Henderson in 2007. Shedeur Sanders joined Otto Graham, 1954, Milt Plum, 1961, Ryan Frank, 1964 to 66, Bill Nelson, 1969, Brian Sipp, 1980, Bernie Kosar, 1987, Anderson as the only Browns quarterback to make the Pro Bowl. Sanders is the 7th Browns rookie to be named to the Pro Bowl.
Look, I need you to understand something right from the jump. What just happened with Shedeur Sanders isn't just about making a Pro Bowl. This is about vindication. This is about a young man proving that he had it all along, even when his coach couldn't see it. Jonathan Liquid opened his video with pure excitement. The moment we all have been waiting for has happened. Shedeur Sanders has broken his silence about making this year's Pro Bowl. Broken his silence. That's key phrasing right there, because Shedeur didn't just make the Pro Bowl, he did it while everyone was questioning whether he deserved it, while haters were flooding social media with negativity, while Kevin Stefanski was in Atlanta probably wondering if he made a mistake leaving Cleveland before seeing what Shedeur could become. Jonathan continued, "Now, we did a live yesterday kind of reacting to some of the negative feedback he got. The end of the day, people could be mad, be sad. It don't matter what God got in store for you. Can't nobody stop it." And that's exactly what happened with Shedeur Sanders. Can't nobody stop it. That's not just a motivational phrase, that's a fact, because despite everything, the criticism, the coaching changes, the dysfunction in Cleveland, Shedeur Sanders is now a Pro Bowler. And you know what makes this even more powerful? Jonathan revealed where Shedeur was when this announcement dropped. Now, Shedeur is currently overseas in Paris with his brother Shedeur Sanders, doing some modeling stuff. You guys, if not familiar, Shedeur and his brother Shedeur Sanders was models for Louis Vuitton and other big-name brands like Amari. Paris, Louis Vuitton, while Kevin Stefanski is grinding in Atlanta trying to prove himself with a new team. Shedeur is living his best life in France, modeling for luxury brands and casually adding Pro Bowler to his resume. That's not just success, that's thriving despite the circumstances. Now let me tell you about the history Shedeur just made, because this is where the story gets legendary. Jonathan broke it down. The Cleveland Browns released an article moments ago, kind of a little small interview that they had with Shedeur Sanders, more than likely a phone call. The Browns had to reach out to Shedeur, who's in Paris, to get a statement. That visual alone is incredible. Imagine the Browns PR team calling Shedeur while he's probably at a Louis Vuitton photo shoot, telling him he made the Pro Bowl and asking for a quote. And Shedeur's response? Perfect. Jonathan read the statement. He said, "Thank you, God. I'm beyond excited and extremely grateful for all of the love and the support from the coaches, players, and fans." Shedeur Sanders went on to state, "This wouldn't be possible without the support behind me. Still plenty of work to do."
Now, this is the image that they put up, which I think is so dope. This is Shedeur Sanders' signature right there. And I just think this is just the coolest thing ever, man. People could be mad, be sad, all they want, bro. It is what it is. Shedeur Sanders is now a Pro Bowl quarterback. And at the end of the day, you can say what you want, bro. The people rocking with Shedeur. The article goes on to say quarterback Shedeur Sanders has officially been named to the 2026 NFL Pro Bowl. Sanders joined Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward.
Thank you, God. That's the first thing Shedeur said. Not, "I told you so," not, "See, I was right," just gratitude and humility. That's maturity. That's class. That's exactly what you want from a franchise quarterback. But wait until you hear about the historical significance of what Shedeur just accomplished. Jonathan laid out the facts, and when you hear this list, you'll understand why this is so significant. Shedeur Sanders is also the first Browns quarterback to be named to the Pro Bowl since Derek Anderson in 2007. That's 19 years ago, nearly 2 decades. The Browns have gone through how many quarterbacks in that time? How many draft picks? How many franchise saviors who flamed out? And Shedeur Sanders, a 5th-round pick, is the one who breaks the drought. But it gets better. Jonathan continued. Shedeur Sanders joined Otto Graham, 1954, Milt Plum, 1961, Frank Ryan, 1964 through 66, Bill Nelson, 1969, Brian Sipe, 1980, Bernie Kosar, 1987, Anderson as the only Browns quarterbacks to make the Pro Bowl. Read those names again. Otto Graham, Bernie Kosar. These are legends. These are Hall of Famers. These are guys who have statues and retired jerseys. And now Shedeur Sanders is in that conversation as a rookie, as a 5th-round pick, despite playing in a dysfunctional system under Kevin Stefanski. Jonathan emphasized this. Sanders is the 7th Browns rookie to be named to the Pro Bowl and first since Denzel Ward. The 7th Browns rookie ever, not the 7th quarterback, the 7th player across all positions in the entire history of the Cleveland Browns franchise. That's not luck. That's not a fluke. That's talent. Now here's where I want to talk about Kevin Stefanski, because this Pro Bowl selection is a direct indictment of how Kevin coached Shedeur this season. Think about it. Shedeur only started the final 7 games of the season. Jonathan mentioned this. Shedeur Sanders started the last 7 games of the season.
Nate Shieldhouse had the deal on the table, but owner Jimmy Haslam is on ice with Nate Shieldhouse. Well, Mary Kay Colbert just stated an hour ago, candidate Nate Shieldhouse interviewed with the Bills Monday night. So that head coaching option is off the table for him. He's still in the mix for the Browns. The Bills are promoting offensive coordinator Joe Brady to be their next head coach to coach up
7 games. That's half a season. And in those 7 games, Shedeur did enough to get Pro Bowl recognition. Imagine what he could have done if Kevin had started him from week 1. Imagine what his stats would look like if he had a full season to build chemistry with his receivers. But Kevin didn't trust him. Kevin waited. Kevin hesitated, and now Kevin is in Atlanta, reportedly shocked that the kid he benched for half a season just made NFL history. And you know what's even more perfect? The timing of this announcement. Jonathan pointed this out indirectly when he talked about the Browns' coaching search. Now, People in Cleveland is still reporting on Kevin Stefanski, which I think is completely crazy to me. For whatever reason, they're making it their business to talk about him still like he's still part of this organization, and unfortunately, he just ain't. Unfortunately, he just ain't. That's cold. That's Cleveland media still clinging to Kevin while Kevin has moved on to Atlanta. And meanwhile, Shedeur, the quarterback Kevin couldn't figure out how to use, is making Pro Bowls. The contrast couldn't be more stark. Kevin is in Atlanta getting asked brutal questions about how he's going to develop Michael Penix after failing to develop Shedeur. And Shedeur is in Paris, modeling for Louis Vuitton, being named to the Pro Bowl. One of these guys is winning, and it's not Kevin. Now, let's talk about what this means for Shedeur's future, because this Pro Bowl selection changes everything. Jonathan showed the official Browns graphic with Shedeur's signature, and his reaction was perfect. This is the image that they put up, which I think is so dope. This is Shedeur Sanders' signature right there, and I just think this is just the coolest thing ever, man. People can be mad, be sad all they want, bro. Shedeur Sanders is now a Pro Bowl quarterback. People can be mad, be sad all they want. That's the energy we need. Because you know what? Haters were mad. They flooded social media saying Shedeur didn't deserve it, saying his stats weren't good enough, saying he only got selected because of his name. But none of that matters now. At the end of the day, the resume says Pro Bowler, and that's forever. Jonathan emphasized this. And at the end of the day, you can say what you want, bro. The people rocking with Shedeur. The people rocking with Shedeur. That's not just fan support. That's culture. That's influence, and that's exactly what makes a franchise quarterback valuable in 2026. Think about what Shedeur brings to Cleveland beyond just on-field performance. He's a Louis Vuitton model, bringing fashion and culture credibility. He's Deion Sanders' son, bringing automatic media attention. He's humble and grateful, winning over fans with his character. He's clutch in big moments, proving he can handle pressure. All of that matters, and Kevin Stefanski missed it. He was so focused on analytics and traditional development that he couldn't see what was right in front of him.
They're back here in Cleveland now, and they're working through their options. And at this point, pretty much everyone is still in it. No one has been ruled out of it as of yet. And that includes Todd Monken, which I tweeted yesterday afternoon. He's flown under the radar, but he's still in the mix. So I do think that there is a world in which...
Meanwhile, Shedeur is building a brand, a legacy, a movement. And now, with the Pro Bowl on his resume, he has leverage. He has validation. He has proof that he belongs in this league at the highest level. The Browns' coaching search is still ongoing, as Jonathan mentioned. They're considering Nate Shellhouse, Todd Monken, and others. Whoever gets that job will inherit a Pro Bowl quarterback who just proved he can succeed despite bad coaching. That's a gift. That's a foundation you can build on. And if the new coach is smart, they'll recognize what Kevin Stefanski couldn't. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a quarterback, he's a franchise player. He's the guy you build your entire offense around. He's the guy you trust from day one. Because look what he did when he only got half a season. Imagine what he'll do with a full year, with an off-season program, with a coach who actually believes in him. Jonathan wrapped up his video by saying, "Hold your watches up. Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler, man." Hold your watches up. That's a celebration. That's a flex. That's exactly the energy Shedeur deserves after everything he went through this season. So here's my question for you. Do you think Kevin Stefanski regrets how he handled Shedeur Sanders' rookie season, knowing that Shedeur made the Pro Bowl despite only starting 7 games? And here's the bigger question. 5 years from now, when Shedeur Sanders is leading the Browns to playoff wins and Super Bowl appearances, will Kevin Stefanski be remembered as the coach who almost ruined him? Or will people forget Kevin was even there?
Shedeur Sanders just made NFL history as the first Browns rookie quarterback to be selected to the Pro Bowl, joining legends like Otto Graham and Bernie Kosar in an elite group of only 8 Browns QBs ever to receive the honor. Jonathan Liquid captured the significance perfectly. People can be mad, be sad all they want. Shedeur Sanders is now a Pro Bowl quarterback. And while Kevin Stefanski is in Atlanta being questioned about his quarterback development, Shedeur is in Paris modeling for Louis Vuitton and proving that talent always finds a way to shine, even in dysfunction. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me if you think this Pro Bowl selection proves Kevin Stefanski wasted Shedeur's rookie season. And if you want to stay ahead of all the Shedeur Sanders news, all the Browns coaching search drama, all the stories about young quarterbacks proving doubters wrong, hit that subscribe button right now, because Shedeur's breakthrough is just beginning, and you don't want to miss what happens next.